Hey, welcome back. It is Sunday afternoon. I have gone to church, I have returned, and I'm ready to record. So today we are talking about something different. It's a little different than my normal topics. However, it's still related to personal finance. So today we're talking about how I'm building my YouTube channel for long-term financial growth after my 9 to 5. I'm not quitting a 9 to 5, maybe in 6 years, but not today, honey, because we enjoy health insurance. That is why. So anyway, I started my YouTube journey in March of this year. My first video was posted, I believe, April 2nd, but I recorded it a couple days before that. And then I had it set to go public on April 2nd. And so I got monetized in 3 months and 18 days. For some people, that is a short time. For some people, that is a long time. Whatever it is, I worked until it got done, okay? So I just did it by not hopping. I didn't hop on any viral trends. I wasn't name dropping in my titles. None of that. My goal was to provide valuable content that I felt like people wanted to watch. And so I got my notes here because I can't be, going astray. So sometimes there's a tendency to maybe want to trick the algorithm and pick up on a trend and different things like that. But I wanted to make sure that I kept to the integrity of what my channel was about, which was that niche, which is a YouTube buzzword. My niche was personal finance, and then my sub niche was the total money makeover. So right now I'm in baby step 2 of the total money makeover, which is the debt snowball. I am currently paying off debt, and my last debt is my car loan, and I'm about just over $9,000 that I still have to pay on that. And so that's what I'm working on right now. And so I want to make sure that my content always kind of falls under the umbrella or the niche of personal finance. And so when I started this channel, so some of you may know that I had a channel before this. I had a vlogging channel called Joy Runs a Marathon. It is still there if you want to take a look at it. It is not a successful channel. It was a fun channel for me to do, and I might revive it. I don't know, but it has less than 100 subscribers. Most of my videos got like maybe 50 or less views or whatever. It was just a fun thing to do. If nothing else, it got me ready to be comfortable in front of the camera. And so when I started this channel, I definitely did some things different. So when I started this channel, there were 3 things that I committed to do when I started this channel. So I wanted to be intentional about what I was talking about in my videos. So I wanted to make sure it matched the personal finance brand. I wanted to make sure it went along with the total money makeover. I wanted to make sure it had to do with budgeting, saving, with paying bills, like all things like under personal finances that I was actually working on or experiencing at the time. And so also I wanted to commit to posting regularly. My other channel, I did not post regularly. I would do like a 30-day challenge and maybe get through 15 days. So 15 days of posting a video every day. And then I would take a month or 2 months off or something like that. I would post at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was random. It was all over the place. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I was just doing it because it was fun. I had a couple friends who were doing YouTube, and I was like, I want to do it. It's fun. Because I'm a ham. Like, I don't mind being in front of the camera. It doesn't scare me or anything like that. And so I wanted to do it. And 2, I wanted to track my journey to running a marathon. Now, fun fact, I never ran a marathon while I was, recording for that channel. I think I had the channel for like a couple years. And when I started this channel, my goal was to do both channels, but then this one started like picking up traction. So I was like, well, let me focus. Like, I decided it would be best to focus. And so, so after I knew that I wanted to do a video on Sunday, because that was the day I felt like I can do it. I feel like that's the day I wake up and get dressed up. More or less, I get dressed up, unless I'm working with them 2-year-olds, but I get dressed up, I have jewelry on, I have makeup on, more so than what I can wear during the school week. And so So once I got that going, I think that was like, it was into the summertime and everything. And then I believe I started adding a vlog. I started adding a vlog over the summer because I had time. And so I started adding a vlog, and I let that go until all the way after I got monetized. Then I added a third video on Saturday morning. So I had a Sunday video, a Wednesday video, and a Saturday video. And so the videos themselves are strategic too. So Sundays are basically for about the total money makeover, where I am, my car loan payoff update, like different things like that. My Wednesdays are typically a vlog, and then my Saturdays are typically a how-to type of or budgeting basics series or something like that. So I was real intentional about what I wanted to do, and whatever it was, I wanted to make sure that I can continue doing it. Now, sometimes those videos are in different orders, like this Wednesday I may or may not have a vlog. I might do a car loan update on Wednesday. It just depends. But one of those 3 topics will be covered within the week. If I have 3 videos, then those 3 videos will be somewhere within the week. And so, because I didn't want to start something and then not be able to keep up with it. So recently I've seen like a lot of creators, like smaller creators, and smaller creators, I feel like, and I'm a small creator too, we feel like we want to pick up on something, like we want to pick up traction somewhere about like getting more views for our channel or getting more subscribers or whatever. And so we start things without knowing if we have the capacity to continue doing those things. So as of late, a couple of creators that I've been subscribed to, a couple of smaller creators that I've been subscribed to, they picked up on this trend of posting 2 and 3 times a day for like maybe 8 to 10 minutes or 8 to 13 minutes or something like that. And they were doing it for a couple days, but wasn't able to keep up with it, right? And so now it's like a couple days in between and things like that, because I feel like if you don't have a plan, you run out of things to talk about, or you really can't maintain that schedule throughout the day, you know. So I really wanted to make sure I was able to, that I had the capacity for what I wanted to put out. And so even with the posting regularly, I also am revamping kind of how I vlog. So I don't want to feel like I have to record every day. And I think with vlogging, there's that pressure to kind of record every day so that you can get it in a week and like put out a weekly vlog. And so that's what I was doing. But I decided to revamp my vlogs based on some strategies that I've learned. And so in this most recent vlog, you might see that strategy a little bit. I still have to kind of perfect it. I'm just starting to work on it, but it's about still making sure that my vlog, because vlogging, sometimes we'll just kind of record a lot of random things during the week and just put them together and put out a vlog. But I want to make sure that my vlogs connect back to the niche, because I feel like and that just stays true to the integrity of the personal finance brand. And so I am kind of doing something a little different. I think one of my Saturday videos kind of looked like that. It was like my $53 like grocery shopping haul on $53 budget. So I explained it, and then I went out and then I did a grocery haul when I came back and things like that. So I'm still trying to perfect that type of vlogging, because I think for me, that's just a better flow in the week, since the weeks are so busy. I don't always have the capacity, or you know, I don't always have the capacity to just vlog every day or pick up the camera every day. So if I have something specific that I'm doing, like this last vlog was paying my bills. I got paid that day, so we're going to pay my bills. I had to get my cash for the cash envelope wallet, different things like that. And so the third thing I committed to do was being transparent. That was very important to me. It's very hard to watch people or things that I feel like are inauthentic. And I feel like transparency is very important to me. I feel like growing up, if adults were more transparent about certain things in life, I feel like I would be in a different place in life. I feel like I wouldn't have to like surf through all this information I was being told to now find out that that's not true, you know, or like that's not how you did life, or to find out that no, this is really harder than it actually is. You know what I mean? So being transparent was really important to me. So that's why I do things like talk about divorce and finances, and what my paycheck is and how much I owe in debt and different things like that, because I feel like I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one on a low income trying to keep up with life. I'm just not. I'm not the only one who's been divorced and have had to adjust and different things like that. But even with these three things, so picking a niche, posting regularly, and being transparent, that is not necessarily enough to make sure that I consistently grow on YouTube. Like, I can do those things, right? But something intentional needs to be added to that in order for me to make sure that YouTube is an additional stream of income for me. And that thing for me was the art of studying my craft, right? So I don't have any tricks that guarantees overnight success. I don't have any tricks to go viral because I have no idea how to do that. I don't have any tricks about like do this and get 200 subscribers in 3 days. I don't know how to do that. I have practiced and learned how to make and post valuable content that I hope is valuable. And I can only measure the value of it by the number of views or the number of comments I get or the questions I get asked. To me, that is like the measure of, is this content valuable to people that are watching? And so in this video, I'm going to share 2 of my favorite YouTube content creator resources, because this summer I just became a student of YouTube. I decided that if this was going to be an additional stream of income, that I needed to study what I needed to do well at it. And then I'm also going to share 4 strategies that I use to increase organic views, because we have to remember that YouTube pays for watch hours. They don't pay for subscribers. And I know the idea is that if I get more subscribers, then more subscribers mean I'll get more views, thereby increasing watch hours on my long form videos. And that subscribers don't always equal views. It just doesn't. And so there is a girl who I watch, and I'm subscribed to her channel. And she has like, I don't know if it's 29 or 32,000 subscribers, and her videos get a couple of hundred views. And I like it. She's like a regular girl. She is doing vlogs and things like that. And so I was wondering, I wonder how she got so many subscribers. So I like went to her shorts, and I was like, well, maybe her shorts are like go viral or something like that. And her shorts, the views were modest. There were a few hundred. She might have had a couple shorts where they got like 1,000 or 5,000 or something like that, but it wasn't like all the time. It wasn't like enough to be like, oh, that's how she got all of these subscribers. So one day she finally put out a video about how she got so many subscribers. And she said that I think early on in her YouTube career, she wanted to be a beauty influencer. And so she would reach out to some like bigger beauty brands on YouTube, and somebody took her up on it. And so I think she was on their channel or something. They were doing a collaboration, and the host of that channel said, hey, go follow such and such and things like that. And so to be supportive, that is what they did. Everybody went to go follow her channel, but they didn't, or like and become a subscriber, but that didn't translate into views for her. I think now she has like a niche. She has started talking about something that people are interested in, and not that her vlogs weren't interesting, but they were kind of random. They're just random. That's what vlogs are. They're just kind of you working and doing life or whatever. But now she's like exploring a specific career opportunity, and so I think that's triggered the algorithm to find specific audiences for her. So now her views and things are organically increasing and things like that, which is good for her. So I'm going to like do that near the end, the 4 strategies that I've used to increase organic views, if you're interested in that. So anyway, to study my craft, what it means to me is that I started to treat YouTube as a business. So that means like I wasn't going to just throw up anything and hope it stuck. And somebody was saying that whenever they post, I think I was in one of my creator like guru videos, and underneath like people were kind of talking about how they like post videos and things like that. And this lady was saying that, well, she just puts up, whenever she puts up a video, she puts it up a different day, a different time, all week. And that might be hurting her, because she says, well, I'm trying to see what YouTube is going to pick up on. But you're not giving it time to like do anything and find your audience and things like that. And so that is a strategy that she's using. So it does mean that she's trying to figure out how YouTube does things and things like that. I don't know that she'll get an answer using that strategy, but one of the things is that you have to be intentional. And I wanted to be intentional, and I wanted to be strategic, because I wanted organic growth. I didn't want like a trend and then I get all these subscribers because of a trend, but then they don't want to watch the content that I want to put out, because to me, that's important to me. So the same way you work at growing a small business, I feel like it's the same way that you work at building your YouTube channel. You have to like decide that this is the thing that you're going to grow. This is your craft. This is the thing that you want to work at. And I'm not saying that you have to have all this extra time. You just use the time that you have. And one of my viewers had mentioned, instead of working, because you guys know, if you watch my typical videos, you guys know that I work in education. So I work that 8 to 3 job, but then after that I might interpret at work, or I will work a basketball game or volleyball games or whatever, to make extra money. So somebody was like, well, why don't you quit all those extra jobs and just focus on YouTube? Well, I'm doing as much with YouTube as I'm going to do during the week. So me quitting something that's giving me guaranteed income doesn't guarantee that YouTube is going to grow any faster than what it's growing. You know what I mean? So I have to be able to do the things I can do in the time I can. So if my goal is to put out 3 videos a week and I'm doing 1 or I'm doing 2 or whatever, me quitting those other things doesn't guarantee that I'm going to put up that 3rd video or that 2nd and 3rd video every week. I have to be able to function in the capacity that I have, because I have time, because I have time. There are weeks that I don't have time. There are times that my weekends are super busy, or I'm not home on a Saturday to record and put up. So now, and that's just planning that I need to do ahead of time. So then if I'm not going to be home on a Saturday morning, that means I need to record that video ahead of time so it'll be ready to post and be public on Saturday, So, and I can do that with the time that I have. I have not used my time management wisely. And so quitting what I'm doing that's guaranteed money for paying bills is not gonna, that's not unless YouTube is paying me that much now already, quitting those things are not helping me financially. I'm not in a hurry to quit my 9 to 5 and be a content creator. That is not the journey I am on. I am in for the long game. I am in to be able that when I retire from 9 to 5 work, I can afford health insurance, that I have money coming in, different things like that. But I want it to be things that I want to do, and I want to be able to be in charge of my own schedule and not on somebody else's clock. So, I have started and failed a couple small businesses, and I didn't really put a lot of research into it. I was trying things to see what would happen. They were things that I enjoyed doing, and so I wanted to make a business out of it. But I didn't make any money. I lost money. I did like have some traction, but I wasn't making money. And at the time, I couldn't afford to keep doing that, right? I already didn't have money. I already owed money. Like I already had debt and things like that. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like I couldn't keep doing that. And so so this year, 2024, when I started this channel, I knew that I wanted it to be a second stream of income, and I knew that I didn't want to spend any money to do it. And that was the type of business I needed. So I have a friend, my friend Laura, who does Beachbody. You guys have, I've talked about her before. And like Beachbody recently has stopped being an MLM. And so, but when it was, she wanted me to do it with her. And it sounded like something that I wanted to do. I'm into fitness. I could talk about fitness. I could connect it to running and, Beachbody for runners and things like that. I could do it, but it cost me money to do it. It would have cost me money every month to do it. And I told her, no, like I'm not doing that. That is one thing I knew. I knew I wasn't going to spend any money to do it. So I had a phone, I had a smartphone, and my Android cost $80, period. And that is the phone that I am still recording on to this day. Like I was not putting any money into it. And I think the only amount of money I spent was this video merger app, and it cost $2.16 every month. That is it. And I was doing Canva now, and then I quit doing Canva. I canceled that subscription to just get rid of all the subscriptions so that I could like see how much money I have. But now that a lot of my debt has been cleared up, I'm more financially stable, so I added my Canva subscription back. So that first thing is I decided that I wanted it to be my business, that I decided to run. And so I must say that I have not lost any money, and I have only earned money from this business strategy, from doing YouTube. And so to me, that's already a win. I am not making thousands of dollars. I think in September, I earned $117. And I think yesterday, it just was confirmed with YouTube that for October I made $211, I believe. $211. So it is a slow growth, and that is okay with me. I only put out 9 videos. I was watching this man who picked up on this trend of posting 2 and 3 times a day, and his money for October is like $400 and something, $406 or something like that. And I was like, man, like, and I was like, okay. But then he also said he put out 51 videos. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put out 51 videos. I think putting out several videos, and the videos weren't like getting a lot of views or anything like that, and he admitted that, and they weren't, because I went and looked. 1 or 2 of those videos he got over 1,000 views, but that's it. But everything else was maybe a couple hundred or less or something like that. If they weren't like anything that kind of popped off or whatever. But to me, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. For me, that wouldn't be productive for me. Now, I think he said he quit his job to do that. I don't know. But it wouldn't have been profitable for me. So I am happy with what I did for October. My goal is still those 12 videos a month. So we'll see if I can get there. So anyway, next, for studying my craft, I had to be self-aware. I had to be able to pinpoint why one video is doing well and why one video isn't doing well. And that is like recognizing, like, what is it about this video? What is it about the title? What is it about the thumbnail? What is it about what I'm talking about? Like, why is that doing well versus something else? Like, for example, historically, my vlogs don't do as well. But the goal for my vlogs is to just be over 500 views. And I've hit that every time. However, everybody don't like vlogs. Everybody don't like vlogs. Some people just want the information, put the information out, period. That's all they want. They don't want to see me driving and the cameras all over the place and getting out of my car. But I like that type of vlog, so I put it out because it's fun for me. It's fun for me, and there are people that say they like the vlogs. So we're going to keep doing it, right? Now, I'm using a new vlogging strategy to see if I can increase views on my vlogs. So I'm studying like that part of it, right? And so I don't think that throwing something up and hoping it gains traction is the best strategy, but looking at your videos, and I'm not a big analytics guru or anything like that. I don't know that I really use the analytics as much as probably I should to try to use the analytics as a strategy. I'm not sure yet, but I'll get to the bottom. When I get down later, I'll show you some strategies that I do use. So something I have to look at, like, why did this video do well? Why this one didn't? I have to think about, what is my goal? Is my goal to be viral, or is my goal to be able to sustain YouTube content creation over 5 and 10 years, and have steady growth, have steady increase in subscribers, steady increase in views and watch hours, a steady increase in financial growth, right? And I have to make sure that there's not a huge disparity between how many subscribers I have versus how many people are watching my videos. Because to me, if I have a high number of subscribers and then not many people are watching my videos, I have to figure out why. Because again, YouTube isn't paying for subscribers, they're paying for watch hours. And so I don't just study people who have huge channels. I don't just look at the channel like, oh, like they did this title, so I'm gonna do it too. I don't just do that. I also look at smaller channels and be like, oh, they have a modest amount of subscribers, but their view count is really low. But why? Because I also, hold on, hopefully this didn't like it doesn't, like my video isn't out of sync, because I just got a message that came in. I forgot to put it on airplane mode, child. But anyway, I watch smaller channels too, because a lot of times I like those channels. I like the content. It is, I like the person's personality, and I always wonder, like, why aren't they getting more views? And I remember, well, this is related to the next point, which is I do my research. So I found resources that I felt like were credible and that they have tried and true strategies for growth. And it is great that people are out there just encouraging you to pick up the camera and just record. But when you are finished watching their video of encouragement, do you know what to record? Because there are people who have blown up seemingly in a matter of days or months, and they don't even know why. Like, people have been asking them, oh, how did you do this? How did you do that? They don't even know why. They don't even have an answer for it. But it's because we can see it. Like, if you're on the outside looking in, it's like they've connected everything back to their niche. I don't care what they're talking about. Their title is always connected back to their niche. And maybe they don't notice that, Maybe they haven't noticed that. But I do my research, and I became a student of YouTube over the summer. So over this summer, I had time. So I did work summer school, so that took care of the month of June. But then during July, I had the whole month of July, at least the first 3 weeks before I had to go back to work. And so during that time, one of my favorite YouTube content creator resources, they did two things this summer. They did a week-long workshop. And so every day there was like a video, maybe like 2 hours or something like that every day. And I took notes every day. Every day I tuned in and I took notes. So I signed up for it. It was a free workshop. I signed up for it. And of course, at the end, they want to sell you a program or whatever. But I didn't need to do that. I had enough information by which to work. So I took notes every day, boom, 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 boom. And then I picked a couple of those things to do in my videos. Like, what is something that I can implement in my next video is what I did. And so two of my favorite resources, so since I said I would tell you that, One of them is called Think Media with Sean Cannell, and he teaches you how to grow your channel organically. And I feel like he speaks primarily to smaller channels or to people who have not yet started their channels yet. But he provides valuable information about techniques, and it's not like a get rich quick type of strategy. It's like if you commit to doing these things, then you can have organic growth. And then the second one is Live Video School, and I just recently started listening to them, but they talk about how you can use your YouTube channel to, like, especially like if you have a small business, like how to get like email funnels going, how to, you know, capture email addresses, different things like that. But it's still talking to like the growth of a YouTube channel. They're not just talking to people who have thousands of followers, but they both like really just hit on different things that I feel like would be valuable to me in my future. I'm not saying that you have to use those resources, but those are resources that really helped me. And also for Think Media, the second thing they did this summer was they hosted an all-day workshop. It was from 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. I think it was like a little bit later. No, it was 8 to 4. It was 8 to 4. And I signed up for that one. It was on a Saturday. And I remember signing up for it. And after I signed up for it, again, it was a free workshop. So again, I've signed up for it. And then after I signed up, they sent this link and said, if you want to, they gave like a deal, and it was like for $97 if you wanted them to analyze your channel. It was like a VIP type of thing. And so I paid for that. I was like, I can do this. I was like, it's in my budget, I can pay for it. And I wanted, because I really wanted to really monopolize the time off that I had during the summer to be able to just gain some strategies that would take me through the rest of the year, because I knew once the school year started, I was going to be hopping. So I was like, let me gain all the value I can. And so as part of that, it was like they sent me this application. So if you wanted them to analyze your channel live during that workshop, then you can fill out the application, and they would let you know if you were picked. Well, lo and behold, I got picked for that. And they analyzed my channel live, and it was great. I took so many notes. It was me and one other girl, and he analyzed her channel, and while he was analyzing her channel, I took notes about that, and then he analyzed my channel, and I took notes about that. And like something he was telling me, he was like, your titles need to be more succinct, because, you know, we try to, especially in vlogs, I see this, we have like, come to Starbucks with me. Oh, I can't believe that happened. My nighttime routine, like all this is in one title. And he was saying it's not clear to YouTube or to the algorithm like where to put your information. And so it kind of tries different things. It's trying different audiences for you. But if you could just make it more clear, then that's better for YouTube to know like where to shop your videos, for lack of a better word. But they provide specific tools and strategies that actually, if you put them into practice, they work. And it is okay to grow slowly. I am growing slowly. Nothing is viral about it, but I do make a conscious effort to make sure that I do continue to get subscribers, that I do continue to put out content that I believe is valuable. And one of another strategy that they gave me was to, and this is how my Saturday video came about, was to answer specific questions. And so he was like, you can put out how-to videos. And I was like, I don't know how to do nothing. Like, I was like, I don't ever want to like purport myself as as an expert about something, because like there's more than one way to do it. And he was like, well, you've done it. He's like, you've saved $1,000, because that was baby step 1 of the Total Money Makeover. You've done that. You are paying off debt. You've done that. And these are things that you can help people do. Like, you don't have to be an expert. It could be for beginners or whatever. And so from that birthed my Saturday videos, like that Budgeting Basics series. So different things like that. And so it's like, beware of like get rich quick schemes, like the whole like get 1,000 subscribers in 2 days and things like that. sometimes I'll listen to those just to see what they're saying, but a lot of times it's like a trend, or it might be good for getting a lot of subscribers, but again, subscribers don't always translate to watch hours, which is what you need to become monetized. And also, you're not monetized forever once you're monetized. You have to maintain 4,000 watch hours every 365 days. So you can't just be like, oh, you know, you can't have these tactics. I don't even want to say it in my video, but you can't have these tactics because somebody's channel got removed because they were telling people to do this, but you can't have these tactics to try to gain 4,000 watch hours quickly, because it's not organic. And also, even if you do that, you have to figure out how to continue to get people to watch your content to maintain those 4,000 watch hours, like every year, you know? So that's just like a little tip. And so also, like, I like those two resources, because they're not teaching you how to go viral. They're teaching you how to put out valuable content. Because what I don't want to do is pick up on a trend, that trend goes viral, and then people come back to my channel and I only got 46 views or 18 views or something like that. That doesn't do anything for you. That type of growth is not sustainable, right? You're not going to be able to do that unless you just change the content of your channel to that thing, which that is not why you came on to be a content creator, right? We didn't come on here to be spinning our wheels. We came on here for a purpose. And so we need to make sure that we're adding value, and that we are, and that it's sustainable, something that we can do for years to come. So, next, I need something to drink, y'all. So, 4 strategies that I use to increase my views. Hold on, because I might be running out of juice, y'all. All right, I'm okay. So 4 strategies that I've used to organically increase my views were to research topics in my niche on YouTube. That is a strategy I got from Think Media. And so a couple of the strategies he said was to, like, what are people asking about in the comments? When you make a video, what are people talking about? And so this one guy, he gave me like 3 topics, and I think I did a couple of them. I don't remember what they were off the top of my head, but like early on, he was like, oh, you know, why don't you talk about this, or why don't you talk about that? And so I think I did that. And then another guy asked me about how did divorce impact your finances. So I did a whole video about that. Somebody asked me about a grocery haul. And so I think I did a couple grocery hauls, but my most recent one was I budget $53 a week for groceries, and it was my $53 grocery haul. And that was a Saturday morning video. It wasn't a standalone video. Well, it was about the $53, but I put the actual haul in that video. And so, a lot of times, though, people will ask me about my profession, like, why don't you, because I think people don't understand that as a sign language interpreter, different states have different rules. So in my state, you can't just interpret anything. You have to pass certain tests in order to be able to do certain things. So right now where I am, I can only interpret in the K through 12 setting. So anything that's related to that, even though it's after school hours, like I have a student in band or basketball, like any of the sports, if we have students that play and things like that, I can do that because it's all under the umbrella of K-12. And so, you know, things like that. So what are people like asking me in the comments? And also, what do titles look like? What have other people used as a title for a grocery haul on a budget, or how to save $1,000 fast, things like that. So I might have an idea for something, but then I go research what successful titles look like. And one of like a theme that I've noticed is that one of the themes that I've noticed, I'm sorry guys, the lighting is going to change because I have to plug in my phone. Hopefully that doesn't kick my video out of sync. But I forgot what I was saying. but I just research my topics. I research to see what's already out there, what's already picking up traction. Oh, and one thing I noticed of those titles that are successful, like where they have thousands of views, is that the titles are real succinct. I don't know that my title for this is as succinct as it should be or could be, but though, like I practice, I may come up with like 10 different titles before I post a video. Like I have an idea and then I start writing my script, but then I'll go back and edit my title or something like that. So I do research. And then that's the first thing. The second thing is that this is like kind of two things together, but I create my title first and then I create a script. And my script is, it just helps me just stay on task. It gives me a direction by which to talk. And there are things that come up that I want to make sure I include, and having a script helps me. And sometimes people will be like, oh, you know, people will start videos and be like, oh, this ain't even scripted. This ain't even, well, it should be because you're rambling. So, you know, it's okay to have a script, you know, to just have an outline. It's not like you typing out word for word what you're gonna be talking about, but you give yourself an outline so you're not just rambling. There's a girl I watch, her name is the Key Katrell. She is a Christian content creator, and she is very good at just talking off the dome. She is very good at that. As far as I can tell, she's not using notes, but man, she has a message and she puts it out there, and I think she is very good at that, and I'm not. So I need to make sure I'm able to stay on track, and actually, like, especially if I'm given like points about something, I want to make sure that it's like it stays on track. And then the third thing I do is I include a personal story or personal moments from my life that relates to what I'm talking about. Because again, that goes back to transparency. If you never share anything about your life, then miss me. Like, because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's not relatable, because sometimes you have to be able to put things in context, right? So I can only speak from the context where I am. So if I have like, if I put out a video and say, this is how you save $1,000 fast, this is the way, do this now, but then I don't provide any background of me being single, of not having any kids, of being able to live with my brother, so that makes all of my home expenses super small. You know what I mean? Like, if nobody has that context and they go out and try to do the things I do and they have a family of 6, it's not going to make sense and it's not going to work for them, you know? And so I believe in providing context. I believe in sharing the wins and the losses, because I feel like people can learn from that. People that are perfect, like, I have no use for. Like, I have no use for it, because if you just perfect, I mean, well, I wasn't born perfect, so I don't know, like, so you don't know, I feel like you don't know where I'm coming from, when in reality, their life isn't perfect, but they don't want to share that. And so that's just not the creator for me, right? And so then, the fourth thing I do is I answer a specific question. So somebody did ask me about YouTube. Somebody asked me a couple times, like, why don't you do a video about YouTube or whatever? And I am not an expert. Like, I am not an expert. I am here in the trenches. I work hard at it. Like, if you think about it, like, for the strategies that I use, I'm coming up with at least 3 outlines a week. So one for Sunday, one for my Wednesday vlog now. I didn't used to do it. For Wednesday vlog, I usually just pick up my camera and go. That's it. But now I'm doing one for that, and then for Saturday morning. So there's 3 things that I'm like scripting during the week. So I have an intention and I have a purpose. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but those are the strategies that I gleaned from the YouTube resources that I follow. And so I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm not saying that you have to follow them, but I'm going to put their links in my description. If you want to check them out, you can. But the point is to follow credible sources, not all these get rich quick, get subscribers quick, get 4,000 watch hours quick, because if you get monetized, you have to kind of maintain some things. If you get 1,000 subscribers, chances are people are too lazy to go back and unsubscribe if they don't want to watch anymore. However, if people stop watching your content, then you fall below those 4,000 watch hours, they will send you a letter saying that they're going to demonetize you. So just think about that when you think about like how you're getting people to watch your content. Is it organic? Like, are you like putting out value? Are you being strategic about it, and different things like that? And so anyhow, this video is right now at 45 minutes, so I am going to call it quits for today. If you have questions about what I've asked, feel free to drop it in the comments. I still have to catch up on comments from my last video. I'm a little behind, but also in the description will be links to products that have helped me keep my finances organized as a beginner financial organizer. My cash, my coins, just some things that are helpful to me. And also in those links and they're affiliate links. And so also there is the Total Money Makeover, the updated version. So if you want to check that out, you can. But as usual, if you have comments, let me know. Questions, let me know. And I'll see y'all next time.